Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Keating Sports Center in Chicago, Illinois, for another presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Game 2 of our doubleheader as we get ready for our Senior Day festivities here for women's basketball as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks get set to play host to the Lakeland Muskies. Chris Rouse back on the microphone here courtside at the Keating Center. If you're just joining us, this is a Senior Day doubleheader for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks basketball program. In game 1 of our doubleheader, the men's basketball team took care of business with an 84-66 win, ending a 13-game losing streak as the Scarlet Hawks men's basketball team recorded their first win of the season since December 14th, 2024. Also their first win in the calendar year of 2025. Here in women's action, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, they come in with a record of 8-14, 4-9 in conference play, and on the outside looking in, they're in 9th place behind the Lakeland Muskies, who currently hold the 8th and final spot in the NAC Women's Conference Tournament. Lakeland has a record of 10-12. They're 7-6 in conference play. However, Illinois Tech, their recent struggles of late have put them in a position where the Scarlet Hawks will have to win out in order to have a shot at making the NAC Conference Tournament. Luckily for Illinois Tech, they have an advantage. They have a matchup against a team directly in front of them in the Lakeland Muskies. Illinois Tech looks to try to get in the win column today here on Senior Day. Let's send it down for the Senior Day festivities.
Scarlet Hawks. Today is the last game at Keating Sports Center for a group of 7 seniors. At this time, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the seniors from both programs for their hard work and commitment. First of all, from the Lakeland Muskies, Miriam Lopez, Hallie Bolt, Jenna Catarino, and Gabby Plata. One big round of applause for these 4 seniors. Now, Illinois Tech would like to recognize its graduating senior class as well. These seniors graduate as the winningest class in program history as an NCAA Division III institution. They have given their best to this program and created a culture that will reach far beyond their time on campus. First up from Memphis, Tennessee, number 1, Kyle Jones. Kyle is joined today by her parents, Paula and Joe Jones. A 4-year member of the Scarlet Hawks, Kyle has played in 68 games so far in her 3-year competitive career. In this time, she's averaged 8.7 points per game, 2.7 assists per game, and 3.4 rebounds per game. This season, she leads the team in free throw percentage at 69.5%. Kaya scored a career-high points, 23, against Rhodes College in a homecoming game for her in Memphis to start the season. Kaya will graduate this spring with a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science. Once again, senior Kaya Jones. Next up, from Greenville, South Carolina, number 13, Julia Rucci. Julia is joined today by her parents, Trisha and John Rucci, and her sister Grace. A 4-year member of the Scarlet Hawks, Julia has played in 91 games thus far. In that time, she averaged 4.2 points and 4.9 rebounds per game, and has averaged a 34.3% career 3-point shooting percentage. Julia scored her 1,000th point against Aurora on January 2024. This season, Julia hit 6 big threes in a win against NSU on February 1st. Julia will graduate next May with both her bachelor's and master's of science in architecture. Once again, senior Julia Rucci. Lastly, from Springfield, Pennsylvania, number 43, Allie Selo. Allie is joined today by her parents Stephanie and Joseph Selo and her sister Victoria. A 4-year member of the Scarlet Hawks, Allie has played in 90 games. In that time, she's averaged 5 points per game and shot 70% from the free throw line. Allie has also played every position on the floor over the course of guard from State Michigan, number 24, Jenna Catalina. And junior forward from Kenosha, Wisconsin, number 31, Lauren Johnson. The Muskies are coached by head coach Ashley Loman in her second year, assistant coaches Phil Welsh and Niall Oliver. And now, your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A senior guard from Memphis, Tennessee, number 1, Kaya Jones. A junior guard from San Diego, California, number 2, Kaylin Joko. Senior guard from Greenville, South Carolina, number 13, Julia Bucci. Junior forward from Highland, Michigan, number 22, Grace Goodnight. And senior guard from Springfield, Pennsylvania, number 43, Adam Silo. Hawks are coached by head coach Chris the same this season.
Illinois Tech looking to make this an all-around perfect senior day with a clean sweep of the Lakeland Muskies. However, for Illinois Tech on the women's side, they are winless against the Lakeland Muskies, 0-10 all-time going back to November 18th, 2017. Lakeland led by head coach Ashley Lona. They will start with this 5. They'll start with number 4, Sadie Grabo. Number 14, A.T. Bartlett. Number 23, Hallie Bolt. Number 24, Jenna Catarino. And number 31, Lauren Johnson, rounds out the starting lineup for the Lakeland Muskies, who you can see in the navy uniforms with white and gray trims and swipes on the sides with white lettering. Carissa Sane, the head coach of the Scarlet Hawks, she will send out her starting 5, led by number 1, Kaya Jones. Number 2, Camden Joko. Number 13, Julia Bucci. Number 43, Ali Sillo. And number 22, Grace Goodenough. Goodenough will jump against Lauren Johnson to begin Game 2 of our doubleheader. It's senior day at the Keating Sports Center, and the opening tip won by the Lakeland Muskies. We're glad that you're joining us again for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Again, earlier today, the men's basketball team with an 84-66 win earlier over Lakeland. The last time Lakeland took on Illinois Tech in women's hoops action, Lakeland won 76-57. It was on January the 31st, 2024. That was the same day the men of Lakeland defeated Illinois Tech in overtime last year. So Illinois Tech hoping to avenge the loss, much the same as the women looking to avenge the loss, much the same as the men did earlier. Kaya Jones, offensively guarded by Grabo, goes inside. Kaya Jones goes up for 2, and Kaya Jones, how fitting is that? The senior in her final game here at the Keating Sports Center opens the scoring. Very good crowd at the Keating Center here on this Saturday for both games. Lauren Johnson crowded inside by Ali Sillo. Hallie Bolt knocking down the jumper, and Bolt gets Lakeland on the board with her first 2 of the game. Bolt, the senior out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. 3 seniors listed on the roster for Lakeland with Bolt, Catarino, and Belbez. Here's Bucci up top to Jones. Senior to senior pass. Jones inside to Grace Goodenough. Grace shuffled the feet, and that will turn it over to the Lakeland Muskies. Illinois Tech looking to bounce back following a 7-point loss here on Thursday at the hands of Benedictine. That was a game originally scheduled to be played Wednesday, but I was here on the call for that game. It was a huge second half from Mackenzie Carroll, a couple of threes and a few huge offensive boards helped Benedictine gain breathing room and run away with a win on Thursday. Running inside is Lakeland as Hallie Bolt scores, and now Bolt will go to the line with a chance to extend or actually grab the lead for Lakeland here in the first. Actually, she does get the lead, make it 4-2. So Bolt, they were a little late on the score there as Bolt misses the free throw. Bolt has 4, but unable to hit that free throw. Bolt, a 76% free throw shooter on the season entering this game prior to that miss. 70 of 93 following that miss. She was 70 of 92 prior. A.T. Bartlett guarded out high by Bucci. Bucci has scored 1,290 points in her Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawk career. With 10, can get to 1,300. There's an easy move inside for Lauren Johnson. Johnson gets on the board for her first 2 of the afternoon. Lakeland is led by 3 scorers. They have Alexis Johnson averaging 10. They have Hallie Bolt averaging 11, is good for second, and then A.T. Bartlett averages 11.2 to lead the team. When you look at total points, Bartlett has that as well with 247. Bolt has 242. Lakeland head coach Ashley Lona in her second season with an early substitution here. And that goes to the aforementioned Alexis Johnson, the junior out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, third on the team in scoring. Has now played in all 23 games this season for the Muskies. Ball goes inside to Bolt. Corner 3 opportunity for Lakeland is missed by Grabo. She gets her own offensive board. Cross-court feed to Alexis Johnson. Jenna Caterino out high, guarded by Sillo. Good enough on the switch. Illinois Tech a lot of switching in that game on Thursday, a number of switching situations. And now Lakeland makes the Scarlet Hawks pay with Alexis Johnson from downtown. Johnson, that's only her 9th made 3 this season, 9 of 30 from beyond the arc. And ironically, it gives Lakeland 9 on the board, 9-2 advantage, and now they take the ball away from Illinois Tech's number 2, Camden Joko. Bolt up the court to Johnson. Johnson just buried one in the opposite corner. Going to be a little more patient this time, guarded by Sillo. Johnson actually tried to finish with the right hand, unable to do so. Rebounded by Sillo. Great control by Sillo. Grabo was flying in on the backside to try to get that board. Julia Bucci from downtown off the mark. Rebounded by Lakeland. Bucci had 6 threes 2 Saturdays ago when the Scarlet Hawks took on MSOE. 6 of 13 from the field, 6 of 12 from 3 in that game. Grabo feeds it down low to Bolt. Bolt goes in, and a traveling violation. So before Hallie Bolt could turn to lay the ball up, she took a step. Pair of subs for both teams. Hallie Williams and Barrett Rusing make it a trio for Illinois Tech as Mia Spica also came in. So Rusing, Spica, Williams will join Joko and Bucci on the floor for Illinois Tech. I saw Miriam Belbaz come on for the first time, one of the seniors, the only senior that didn't start for Lakeland. She's actually guarding Joko now. Camden Joko has it out high. Surveying the floor, looking for Baird Rusing. Rusing picked up by A.T. Bartlett. Rusing inside, and the foul! Baird Rusing already fired up. Coming off the bench, Rusing had a big layup in the game Thursday. It was very early in that game. I think it was to make it about 8-2 in favor of Illinois Tech on Thursday against Benedictine, where she did the same thing. She laid it up and then yelled right after, sparking the energy for Illinois Tech. Rusing will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Meanwhile, A.T. Bartlett will go to the bench as Jenna Shea comes on, the 5'10 sophomore out of Appleton, Wisconsin. Rusing at the line. And Barrett leaves it long, unable to convert the three-point play for Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech, however, this season, they have had a number of struggles at the free throw line. It's not just limited to Barrett Rusing. As you've been watching all year, you know how Mia Spica has struggled at the line, 2 of 14 at the free throw line herself this season. But a number of players shooting in those low 60s and below 50 at the free throw line for Illinois Tech. Rusing right in front of me at the table. Picks up the dribble with 2 seconds to spare and gets it across the timeline to Williams. Camden Joko. Joko, cross court to Spica. Spica's been working on her jumper, but leaves that one short to Bucci. Julia Bucci with her first 2 points of the day. And Bucci, we saw a number of plays where Bucci crashed the glass, got an offensive rebound and layup on Thursday. She gets one here for her latest 2 of the season. 12-92, the career point counter for Julia Bucci. Turnaround hook shot in traffic, no good. Rusing comes up with the board. And the ball will go out of bounds. It actually will favor Lakeland. So now Lakeland will inbound with 19 on the shot clock. They're going with a box and 1 inbound set. It will be Alexis Johnson to trigger the inbound. Shot inside this time from the other Johnson, Lauren Johnson. It was Alexis who inbounded. Lauren misses twice, rebounded by Mia Spica on the boards. Spica to Joko. Illinois Tech into the front court. Joko driving right past the closing out Jenna Shea, and Joko uses her speed to her advantage. Quick 2 for Camden Joko, junior out of Santa Ana, California. Attended Mater Dei. Goes right inside for 2. Belbaz, senior out of Skokie, Illinois. Belbaz to the rim, off the rim, and a whistle as Miriam Belbaz hits the floor, and it'll go against Barrett Rusing. Pair of subs now for Lakeland. Megan McPhee comes on. And it appears that Hallie Bolt also is going to return. Bill Bass will go to the free throw line. As Illinois Tech now going to counter with their own pair of subs as Bill Bass leaves the first free throw short off the rim. Bill Bass this season is a 76% free throw shooter entering the game, 16 of 21 entering. 16 of 22 now that she's missed that one. And now 17 of 23 at the line on the season now that she's hit the second, to give Lakeland a 2-point edge here with 4:31 to go in the first quarter. Good enough. Silo, Spica, Jones, and Rusing, the 5 for Illinois Tech. Spica's going to be the primary ball handler. Looks like she'll be picked up by Alexis Johnson. It's actually Rusing guarded by Belbaz. And now here's Good enough. Rusing to the basket, lays it up, and a foul as Belbaz knocks Rusing to the floor. Good sportsmanship by Belbaz. She immediately turned around to help Rusing to the floor. Lakeland getting everybody a piece of the floor here in the first quarter as Peyton Madel comes on now. Madel, the first-year player out of New Lenox, Illinois, attended Lincoln Way West. But now it will be Barrett Rusing who hits the first. Barrett missed a free throw earlier. Does not miss on this one as Illinois Tech pulls back within one here in the early going against the Lakeland Muskies. If you're just joining us, this is game 2 of our doubleheader, senior day doubleheader for Illinois Tech men's and women's basketball. The men's team with an 84-66 win in game 1. Lauren Johnson unable to handle the pass or the dribble, and the ball goes out of bounds to the Illinois Tech bench with 4:12 to go in the first. Coach Carissa saying with instructions for Barrett Rusing as Mia Spica becomes the ball handler on this possession. Grace Goodenough looking for the post up. I can hear the Illinois Tech bench saying hit her as Grace posted up on that far side. Rusing over to Spica. Spica on the curl, had it knocked away. Good help defense, but I believe that was Madel who got a hand on the ball. Silo. Back up to Jones. Jones with 5 on the shot clock. Left it off to the left out of the hand. Rebounded by Johnson. Jones missed. Johnson got the board. Johnson working on Rusing. Cross-court pass to Alexis Johnson. Alexis goes inside, and that's going to be a clear-cut body foul on Grace Goodenough. Goodenough went straight up with the hands, but it's the body contact that's going to send Alexis Johnson to the line. And Johnson will actually come out following these pair of free throws as Jenna Catarino rushed to the table, but Catarino will wait to replace the shooter. The shooter is Alexis Johnson. She hits the first. Johnson up to 4 in the ballgame for Lakeland. Mentioned how entering this game, Alexis Johnson, a 73% free throw shooter. 54-74 entering the season, or entering on the season, entering the game. Just add 2 to both of those numbers, 56 of 76. So Camden Joko back out there, along with Jones, Bucci, Rusing, and Goodenough. So Bucci and Joko coming in off the bench here as Illinois gets a new 5. Well, 2 new players to their 5. Here's Joko. Over to Jones. Lauren Johnson providing the defense. And now here's Joko working on Madel, her numerical counterpart. And Peyton Madel with the block and recovery for Lakeland. Here's Madel into the front court. Guarded by Bucci. Madel off the glass and rim. Couldn't finish. Offensive board down low for Bolt. She couldn't finish either. Ball loose out near the elbow. Recovered by McPhee for Lakeland. Lauren Johnson into traffic. That's off the glass. Own rebound for Lauren Johnson. Lakeland, really everyone just attacking the glass here in this first half for the Muskies. You talk about attacking the glass, crashing the boards. Lakeland putting bodies on the rim here in the early going. That's how Johnson got 2 opportunities. And you have to remember, those 2 opportunities came after a pair of misses inside. So the junior out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, Lauren Johnson will go to the line. She's listed as 5'8", but Johnson misses the first. Seen a lot of Lauren Johnson here in the early going of this game for Lakeland for good reason. She has perfect attendance on the season. Has now played in all 23 games this season. Averaging 21.5 minutes a game. Has played over 475 minutes of game action for Lakeland. She was at 472 total when this game began. Here's Kaya Jones for 3. Kaya can't convert. Ball batted away to Megan McPhee. Here's Madel. Madel thought about the pull-up jumper. Instead, she'll give it up to Bolt. Bolt inside, and once again, that drive and drop offense has worked for Lakeland, but at this time it works against them. 3 in the key, as Megan McPhee never relocated out of the paint. And that'll turn it over to the Scarlet Hawks with 2:33 and counting to go in the first quarter. Joko to Jones, and Illinois Tech across the timeline. Jones to Bucci. Bucci for 3. Julia unable to hit that one. Rebounded by Lakeland, as that brought the Scarlet Hawks bench to their faithful. You get the feeling they want to see Julia Bucci hit a few threes here on this senior day, her final game to be played in front of the fans here at the Keating Center. 224 career threes for Bucci, a 34% shooter in her career. 224 of 654 for those of you wondering what the numbers were coming in. Pass into the paint is deflected away and stolen by Camden Joko. Joko pushes up to Bucci. Bucci was looking for good enough. That ball knocked away and stolen by Catarino almost in one motion. She knocked it down with the right, knocked it down with the left, scooped it up with the right. Johnson, reverse layup, left it short. Ball tipped out to Bolt. Bolt stopped on the dime. Assistant coach Joe Sane wanted to travel. The official standing right in front of the Scarlet Hawks bench did not agree, and the 2 is good for Bolt. Rusing turns inside. She shoots one long, rebounded by Lakeland. McPhee on the board. Catarino the ball handler. Catarino looking at Lauren Johnson as they try to get this play. Not really a lot of spacing on the floor as Rusing knocks the ball into the backcourt. Illinois Tech's defense not going to apply pressure on the ball. Rusing, I can see her look at the bench. They want to bear at the pressure. She can tell she said that they're going to reset. Rusing gets knocked down by Catarino. Catarino shoots a rifle off the glass, and it's rebounded by Bolt for the offensive board and a foul. I don't think Coach Ashley Lona liked that shot. Catarino literally shot a line drive, a laser right off the glass. Luckily for Lakeland, the ball sort of died when it hit the glass. It fell right in the hands of Bolt, and Bolt was fouled by Bucci. So Hallie Bolt will go to the line. Bolt already has 8 points in the ball game, and with this free throw, Bolt could single-handedly tie the Scarlet Hawks by herself, but she's unable to do so as she misses. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Joko to Silo and down to Grace Goodenough. Bucci driving, had the ball knocked away. Great help defense by Graybo. Really can't even say that was help defense. That was just good one-on-one defense. She really just used her hands to help as Bucci looked as if she was going to try to go for a half spin to elude Graybo. Rusing into Goodenough. Oh, Goodenough would have had 2, but Goodenough couldn't handle it. Stolen by Madel. Lakeland into the front court with Graybo. Catarino thought about it too much. Instead, she'll go inside with Catarino. Or maybe she had the right thought. Let's go inside for the floater. And she banked it off the window for 2. First 2 of the game for Jenna Catarino. Lakeland has doubled Illinois Tech on the scoreboard. Silo misses the 3. Rebounded by Graybo. Shot clock off. Let's see if Lakeland holds for the final shot of this first quarter. Graybo guarded by Bucci. 8.5 seconds to go. She hands it off to Bolt. Bolt's been working on that post all in this first quarter against Bucci. Bolt misses here. Chance to beat the horn is no good from Graybo. And at the end of one, the Lakeland Muskies hold Illinois Tech under double digits in the first quarter. And the Muskies lead it 18-9. Lakeland able to double up Illinois Tech on the scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. When we return, second half action here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Chris Rouse on the call courtside here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Senior day inside the Keating Center. The men's basketball team with an 84-66 win over Lakeland in game 1 of our doubleheader. The women's basketball team right now down 9, doubled up on the scoreboard by a score of 18-9 as we get ready to begin the second quarter with Illinois Tech headed to the south basket or right to left on your screen, with Lakeland headed the opposite direction, left to right, to the north basket. Sillo, Rusing, Joko, Williams, and Bucci, the 5 for Illinois Tech as we begin the second quarter here on this Saturday inside the Keating Center. Joko guarded high on the perimeter. Almost tripping was Graybo. Actually, Graybo did trip to the floor, but she did a good job of getting a hand on the ball and deflecting away the entry fee. I have to say, Lakeland, the energy is certainly in their favor. One thing I thought favored Lakeland in that first quarter was the play of Hallie Bolt, and here is Hallie Bolt right on cue with a steal. Bolt working to the basket, drops it off to Catarino. Catarino gets the feet in order, but she misses off the rim to her numerical counterpart, Hallie Williams. Lakeland shot 7 of 22 in that first quarter, 31%. Illinois Tech 4 of 12, 33%, but 10 less shot attempts for Illinois Tech as they turned it over 5 times in that first half. Also a number of free throws for Lakeland. They had 8 in comparison to just 3 for Illinois Tech. Meanwhile, Hallie Williams scores. Hallie Williams, once again, has been a player that you can see has been learning all season, learning what it means to be a 5 at the NCAA Division III level of women's college basketball. But you can see the improvements. Great lateral movement against Catarino, but that's just better offense from Jenna Catarino. Catarino up to 4 already in the game. As Lakeland gets to 20, they now lead it by 9. Bucci over to Sillo. Ball deflected away. It will go out of bounds to Illinois Tech. Coach Carissa saying that she wanted the team to be strong with the basketball. Thought maybe that was a weak pass. And Sillo had the ball knocked out of bounds. Well, the ball was going to Sillo and it was knocked away. Here's Camden Joko. Joko driving to the basket. Leaves it off the rim. Rebounded by McPhee. A.T. Bartlett back into the game. The junior out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. Pushed it up to Graybo. Graybo gives it up to Johnson. Alexis Johnson missed. Rebounded by Williams. Baird Rusing with 3 muskies on Rusing. And Rusing scored anyway. No numbers at all. Baird Rusing found the bottom of the net. Rusing has 5. 8:20 and counting to go in the half. A.T. Bartlett. Bartlett, that's an easy setup jumper, but Bartlett left it alone. Trying to punch it out was Alexis Johnson. She was successful because Johnson punched it right to McPhee, and Megan McPhee gets her first 2 of the afternoon to give Lakeland a 9-point edge. That was a great play by Alexis Johnson. You know, sometimes the player that actually keeps it alive for the offensive board doesn't get a stat, but that was clearly all Johnson. Rusing, guarded by Alexis Johnson, pulls one right in her face for 2. Baird Rusing has 7 to lead the way for Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech in that first quarter, only 9 points. 4 different players scored. Rusing is the only player to have scored more than once. Bucci actually scored in that first quarter as well, but Bucci only had the 2, was unable to knock down the 3. So Rusing with the 3 had a field goal in the free throw. Well, now a few free field goals in a free throw. There's Julia Bucci as she snatches the ball. And I thought we heard a whistle there, but Illinois Tech will play on. I think Bucci was looking for a foul. It was not called. Sillo into Williams. Williams with the turn and finish. Hallie Williams working back to the basket against Megan McPhee. And now Williams has 4. Hallie Williams, her and Baird Rusing, the only 2 players for Illinois Tech with multiple buckets right now. Now it's Alexis Johnson. That was a beautiful cut from the left corner to the left block. Basically just went back door, and Johnson drew the foul. Johnson with 7 in the game. The foul is called to Julia Bucci. And that'll be 2 on Bucci as Illinois Tech goes with almost a line change here with Marino, Speaker Jones, and Goodenough coming in to join Sillo. So Ali Sillo, the lone player to remain for Illinois Tech. Meanwhile, Alexis Johnson will step to the stripe with a chance to put 25 on the board for Lakeland, and number 25 delivers. Alexis will come out. Lauren Johnson will come in. So it'll be Lauren Johnson along with Hallie Bolt, joined by A.T. Bartlett, Megan McPhee, who's been giving Lakeland some great minutes these last few moments of game action, and Jenna Catarino. I think McPhee's doing a great job on the glass, but you can say that about the entire Lakeland team, the way they've been crashing the boards. Abigail Marino over to Silo, and now here's Spica. Spica to the basket, left hand off the glass. Ball deflected away. Caterino fell in that pile of bodies in the paint, but A.T. Bartlett came out of traffic with the ball. There's Caterino back to her feet. Johnson with a jump stop. Kicks it across to Bartlett. Bartlett with a long three. Rebounded by Silo. That was just a great box out by Silo. Lauren Johnson had no way of making that play without fouling. Silo over to Spica. Mia Spica, first-year player out of Los Angeles, California, has gone through her growing pains here in her first year with Illinois Tech. We've talked about her struggles at the free throw line, only 2 of 14 at the stripe, still gaining confidence in her jump shot. But her energy on both sides of the ball and her ability to be a lead ball handler is why you're seeing number 0 in white as much as you are this season. Hallie Bolt scores inside as Lakeland really on that possession, again, kept the ball on the perimeter. One pass to the baseline, and what usually would be a skip pass to the corner, just a bounce pass to the opposite block for Bolt. Bolt has 10, leading all scorers. The lead for Lakeland is 10. Good enough. Trying to work inside on McPhee, and she does. Good move by Goodenough. McPhee's done a great job with her energy on the boards. That's one of the first times I've seen Goodenough really have an advantage. And again, Lakeland that drive and drop offense for Lakeland. Easy penetration to the paint against Illinois Tech. And Coach Chris is saying going to go with Baird Roosing. And I would expect we're going to see likely Roosing and Speak out there together, as that will strengthen up the perimeter defense for Illinois Tech here on some of those ball reversals from Lakeland. Foul call to Caterino here is her first, as we get a pair of subs for Lakeland, and it will be Silo and Jones off the floor. So what Illinois Tech going to go with a 4-guard lineup here of Roosing, Joko, Marino, Spica, and Goodenough is the 5. Roosing to inbound. Roosing looking for Goodenough, and it's stolen by Bartlett. Here comes A.T. Bartlett. Roosing trying to get it back after the steal, but Bartlett just finishes right in front of Barrett's face with a right-hand layup. First 2 of the game for A.T. Bartlett. Roosing. Guarded by Johnson. Ball fed down low to Goodenough. Goodenough thought about the turnaround face-up. Here's Goodenough. Over to Joko. 3 for Camden. Joko from distance, dialing up the right numbers. Gets Illinois Tech back within single digits. Joko has 5. Bartlett over to the corner for Shea. Ball knocked away. Shea came in with Ari Vaitkevichuta on that last switch for Lakeland. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech will get Bucci back on the floor. Bucci playing with 2 fouls. Also going to go with Hallie Williams to give Goodenough a breather and put some size in the paint. This is Belbaz. Belbaz goes over to Jenna Shea. And here's Vaitkevichuta. And that ball will go out of bounds over to Illinois Tech. Ariana Vaitkevichuta, the first-year player out of Marionette Park, Illinois, a former St. Lawrence Viking. St. Lawrence out in Burbank, Illinois. But unfortunately, she picks up the turnover as her most recent stat. And Illinois Tech takes over with 4:15 and counting to go in the half. Joko to Roosing. Roosing cut off by Johnson. That's good body defense by Alexis Johnson. Spica guarded by Belbaz. It's Bucci for 3. Off the rim. Rebounded by Miriam Belbaz. Belbaz picked up by Spica. Battle of the zeros here on the perimeter. They kind of play the same, both with the same speed and energy up and down the court as they're guarding one another. Here's Johnson. Johnson with the jumper. In and out. Iron unkind, and that's going to be a foul on Johnson. Williams got a clean defensive board, but that was really more so Alexis Johnson trying to make up for her own mistake. She missed the 3, tried to crash the glass. It's very clear this Lakeland team, they believe in following your own shot. We've seen a number of players do that here in the early going, but Johnson out of control picks up the foul. First foul against Alexis Johnson. Joko, Roosing, Bucci, Williams, and Spica the 5 for Illinois Tech as they get into their front court offense with 3:33. Joko wanted to hit Roosing. She finds Bucci instead. Bucci gets low on Bolt, goes inside, but Julia couldn't finish, and a hard hand clap from Julia as she missed the shot, but Bucci will go to the line. Coach Carissa saying with instructions for Hallie Williams, basically saying she wants Williams to dip in. You want the ball close to the basket. You want it inside the arc. You want to try to pull that Lakeland defense. Bucci's free throw in and out. I mentioned how Julia Bucci in her career approaching 1,300 career points. Currently sitting at 1,292 following the 2 points made earlier. And misses both here as Illinois Tech watches an empty trip. Hallie Bolt, cross court, that's Shea for three. Jenna Shea knocks it down. Sophomore out of Appleton, Wisconsin, Jenna Shea bearing the three-pointer. On the season, Jenna Shea had only made 20 of 53, 21st made three from Shea. Joko over to Rusing. Rusing guarded by Alexis Johnson. Johnson has had eyes on Rusing every rip when she's guarding the ball. Entry feed to Hallie Williams. Williams couldn't handle it, but tapped it to Joko. Shot clock at 5. They find Bucci across the court. Bucci drives into traffic. The right hand off the glass, no good. Williams gets the board, and she's fouled by Vate Kevachuta. So Ariana Vate Kevachuta picks up the whistle, and that will send Hallie Williams to the line. So the first on Vate Kevachuta. And she'll go to the bench for Megan McPhee. McPhee has been giving Lakeland some really good minutes in this first half. We saw what she was doing early on the boards. But now they're going to need someone to guard Hallie Williams, who's providing the size for Illinois Tech. Williams, a 5'11 grad student out of Waubonsie Valley, actually out of Aurora, Illinois. Previously attended Waubonsie Valley. And Williams hits the free throw, hits both free throws. And Hallie has 6 in the game. Illinois Tech finds themselves down by 10 with 2:34 to go. 2:34 to go in the half. Bill Baz. Cross court for Johnson. Johnson was almost honestly, Johnson was about to fall out of bounds. That's the only reason that pass really got deflected. I think if Johnson would have caught that flat-footed on the floor, that would have been an easy extra pass, and Illinois Tech's defense would have likely had to chase the ball. Good closeout by Rusing to get a hand on the ball and deflected out of bounds. Alexis Johnson to Belbaz. Belbaz guarded by Williams. Almost a palm there as Belbaz had an interesting dribble there. After pounding a right-hand dribble for about 8 seconds, Belbaz decided to shoot and comes up empty. Rusing comes up with the ball. It's a 3-on-1. Rusing goes to Bucci. Spica was open on the corner on the bottom of your screen at home, but Belbaz had fallen to the floor behind the play. And as a result, Lakeland will go to the bench. Sadie Graybo, the first-year player out of Bourbonnais, Illinois, attended Bradley Bourbonnais High School, into the ball game. Rusing into Williams. Hallie Williams, nice move. And once again, her movement on the floor has been much improved throughout the season for Illinois Tech. Johnson for three. They're going to try to make Williams guard the perimeter there. Williams didn't really have to come out on Johnson as she missed. Graybo got the rebound. Johnson feeding back down low. Could have been a foul there as McPhee clearly took the contact from Williams. And now a foul after all. Let's see who they put this one on. It's going to be on Hallie Williams. I don't think Hallie Williams actually fouled McPhee on the play where the foul was called. I thought she fouled her on the first try. And then after it was a bit of a scrum under the rim, then the whistle was blown. But I thought Williams definitely had a bit of a hold on McPhee as she tried to move inside. But McPhee unable to make the first. 5'10 sophomore out of Marquette, Michigan. Looking to at least salvage this pair of free throws, and she does by hitting the second. 3 points in the game for McPhee as she splits a pair. Entering the game this season, McPhee had only had limited trips to the line, 7 of 13 for 53%. So those were trips 14 and 15, and she now sits at 8 of 15 at the stripe this season. Camden Joko over to Spica. Final 90 seconds of the half. Spica, long hold here. There's almost a 5-second violation. Ball goes to the backcourt, stolen by Johnson. Lauren Johnson, hands on the ball. Got a clean steal and lays it up with the left hand. Lauren Johnson has 6. Lakeland leads it by 11. Illinois Tech with Camden Joko finding Spica. Spica to the basket. Up and in for Mia Spica. I have to say, it honestly feels like Illinois Tech really just trying to get out of this half here. They're now 9. Had a lengthy feeling out process. Only 9 points in that first quarter. But here they are threatening to get a turnover with Spica knocking the ball, actually trying to get the ball. Good enough, knocked it free. Rusing knocks it loose, but Illinois Tech still unable to come up with it. Bucci finally gets the defensive board. And let's see if Illinois Tech tries to push a 2-for-1 here in these final 36 seconds. They do. Joko to Spica ahead of the pack for 2. We've seen that before. Rusing had a steal like that against MSOE a couple of weeks ago, just before the half, which fed Illinois Tech's momentum. Now it's Rusing feeding Spica almost in similar fashion. Madel, stolen by Rusing. Rusing outright took it away from Madel, and now Goodenough comes up with the ball, and Illinois Tech gets it in the backcourt. Great effort from Barrett Rusing, deflecting the ball, coming up with the steal. She had one deflection where she didn't get it. Then there was a held ball, and she sort of got a hand on it and ripped it away. Great effort from Rusing as she continues to get instructions from Carissa Sane, her head coach, right in front of me at the table. Barrett Rusing continuing to pretty much tell Carissa Sane, giving her assessment of what she's seeing on the floor. Rusing thought that could have been a held ball after the steal. Instead, it was just an outright steal from Barrett. Goodenough was fouled, and now Goodenough goes to the line to hit the first. Alexis Johnson was the player credited with the foul. That's her second. As now Goodenough hits both. Illinois Tech, not only did they get a 2-for-1, they score on both trips and have a chance now to play defense and shut Lakeland down one last time. Here's a feed to McPhee. McPhee held by Goodenough. McPhee with one shot very well short. Caterino caught it. Caterino and Bucci were both trying to pretty much make a catch on the ball in midair, and Bucci knocked Caterino to the floor as time expired. Let's see if the foul. So the foul will go to Bucci. Unfortunately for Julia, that will be her third, and that's key for Illinois Tech because they'll have to watch the foul trouble in the second half. They'll put .4 on the clock for Caterino. As she looks to extend this lead for Lakeland before the break, Caterino will do just that to make it 6. Caterino has 5 points in the game. There's .4 to go in the half. And Caterino misses, and that will end the half with the Lakeland Muskies leading the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 38-32. It appeared as if Illinois Tech really just a lengthy feeling out process for the Scarlet Hawks. They only had 9 in the first quarter. They rallied back for 23 in the second, but still find themselves down by 6 at the break. Coming up at halftime, we'll review game 1 of our doubleheader, the men's 84-66 win. We'll recap the first half, preview the second half, and also go over the NAC women's basketball standings and scores from around the conference. All of that coming up on the other side of this break on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Keating Sports Center in Chicago. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. The final Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's home game of the 2024-25 season. Here it's senior day, but right now Illinois Tech down at the half, 38-32. Chris Rouse on the call courtside at this moment. Let's go over our first half stats. First for the visiting Lakeland Muskies. Lakeland up by 6. Shooting 36% from the field, 15 of 41. They're shooting 18% from 3, 2 of 11 from beyond the arc. And then at the free throw line, Lakeland shooting 46% from the line, 6 of 13. Hallie Bolt led the way for Lakeland in that first half. She had 10 points. Alexis Johnson also added 8. 6 rebounds out of Megan McPhee. That's why I was saying she was giving Lakeland a number of good minutes in that first half. She played 9 minutes, had 6 rebounds, and also added 3 points. Also another 5 rebounds from Sadie Graybo as Lakeland pulled out to a 38-32 lead. Held Illinois Tech to only 9 points in that first quarter. And my own personal unbiased observation or assessment, as you will, I have to say Illinois Tech really just seemed like they were trying to get into the half once we got into that final 2-3 minutes. They were still having some of their same struggles working on Lakeland crashing the boards. Lakeland in that first half won the rebound battle by 16, 31-15. They also won the points in the paint battle, 24-22. Seemed like maybe Lakeland would have run away with the points in the paint battle, but Illinois Tech able to battle down low. Scarlet Hawks have been playing without Chloe Chirillo. She's been walking around in a walking boot, so they definitely miss her on the interior. But Illinois Tech still able to get 22 points in the paint in that first half. Scarlet Hawks shot 50% from the field, 13 of 26, 14% from downtown, 1 of 7 from 3, and then 5 of 9 from the free throw line for 55%. Leading the way for Illinois Tech in that first half, Hallie Williams, an unusual suspect. She had 8 points to lead the way for Illinois Tech. Baird Rusing added 7 of her own. How about 5 rebounds from Hallie Williams, who once again has been an improved player on this team all year long. Just her movement around the court, her activity getting to the board, her understanding of guarding the paint and playing in the paint on the offensive end. There have been a number of plays where Williams has had her entry feed and turned around and got an easy layup. Hallie Williams 3 for 3 from the field, but Illinois Tech down by 6. If you're just joining us, you missed game 1 of our doubleheader. Well, the men's basketball team won 84-66 in their senior day. It was a 26-point performance from DeAndre Vortez to lead the way for the Scarlet Hawks, as Illinois Tech had 5 in double figures. They only had 6-player score. Vortez had 26. Jace Gooley had 17. Nick Galati was impressive with his 15 points. And Joshua Iguati and Dario Biaggi both had 10 apiece. Ebony Jr. was the other Scarlet Hawks player, so to speak. He was the 6th Scarlet Hawk player to score. And ironically, he had exactly 6 points as Illinois Tech controlled the game 1 of the doubleheader, by beating the Lakeland Muskies. This is the final time we will see the women at home this season, but still one more home game for the men's basketball team. Today was the senior day celebration, but the actual final home game for the men's basketball team will be Wednesday, February the 19th at 7 p.m. when the Scarlet Hawks take on the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars right here at the Keating Sports Center, and also on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. If you'd like to see any of our Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletic events, if you miss one, you can always catch them on YouTube at Illinois Tech at youtube.com/Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks /live, and you should be able to see all games archived on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks YouTube channel. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll go over the NAC women's basketball standings and also scores from around the conference. Still plenty of time here at our halftime break, and still the second half of action to come up here inside the Keating Center on the other side of this break on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Courtside at the Keating Sports Center. This is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Illinois Tech looking to get a win to try to keep their hopes at making the NAC Women's Basketball Conference standings alive. But it's going to take a lot of help for Illinois Tech. But it also starts with taking care of business on your own. Illinois Tech has had a number of games where they've been able to face teams directly in front of them in the standings as of late. A few weeks ago, they beat MSOE right here inside the Keating Sports Center, but were unable to get wins against Marion, Aurora, or Benedictine. And it has put Illinois Tech in a situation now where you must win out to keep your season alive. However, a loss today at the hands of the Lakeland Muskies pretty much allowed Lakeland to have the percentage points needed to secure that they could get that 8th spot. It's not exactly clinched today, but it will definitely be one step closer, at least one game closer for the Lakeland Muskies, if they can hold on, win this game, and get that 8th and final spot. And this is their second season under head coach Ashley Lona. They went 9-16 behind Coach Lona last year. Right now sitting at 10-12, 7-6 in conference play. Scores from elsewhere in the conference on the women's side of things. The Benedictine Eagles with a 102-35 win over the Alverno Inferno as that game has gone final. The MSOE Raiders back in the win column as they defeated the Dominican Stars by a score of 77-51. Concordia University of Wisconsin and Aurora, they had a bit of a thriller there as Concordia University of Wisconsin won 64-62 over Aurora. And St. Norbert with a 33-point win as they defeated the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars by a score of 88-55. Those are your scores from elsewhere around the men's basketball conference as well. And then also we got the scores from elsewhere in the men's basketball conference. We got Illinois Tech's 84-66 win, as we've mentioned a number of times, but also MSOE with an 86-76 win over the Dominican Stars. And much the same as the case with the women's side, the men's side played tough between Aurora and Concordia University of Wisconsin as Aurora won 67-66. Wisconsin Lutheran with a 107-83 win over the Edgewood Eagles, so they get it done on the men's side of things today to help their case at the top of the standings. Elsewhere in the men's side of action, Marion with a 55-33 lead at the moment as they take on the Rockford Regents. And then, of course, on the men's side of things, St. Norbert and Concordia University of Chicago getting ready to get those things going, get that matchup going in just a little bit. Also, one more score on the women's side, Wisconsin Lutheran with a 37-30 lead at the moment over the Edgewood Eagles. And then, of course, still to come later tonight, the Marion Sabres and the Rockford Regents are slated to play in about an hour, scheduled for 5:15 out in Rockford. Those are our scores, and those are the highlights from here inside the Keating Sports Center on this senior day. We get ready for second half action where the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks look to make it a perfect day, but they have to come back from down 6 here in women's basketball action in order to defeat the Lakeland Muskies. We'll take a quick breather, and when we return, second half action inside the Keating Sports Center for Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. We'd like to thank you for joining us today here inside the Keating Sports Center. You're watching Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. I'm Chris Rouse sitting courtside. We'd like to say thank you to all of our staff and crew here inside the Keating Center. Special thank you to Eric Willowhite and Jamie Spinagle. They've been doing a great job all season long with all of Illinois Tech athletics. They've been doing a great job these last few years post-pandemic, helping the Illinois Tech athletic program pretty much get back to normal as the rest of the world has gone back to normal here with the sports, especially here at the NCAA Division III level. A.T. Bartlett starts the second half for Lakeland as she works the pass inside to Lauren Johnson. Johnson shot short, rebounded by Grace Goodenough. In the first half, I thought Lakeland had a strong advantage just working that ball to Hallie Bolt. She had 10 in the first half to lead all scores, 5 of 7 from the floor for Bolt. Expect to see more of Lakeland working it to Bolt and crashing the glass. Goodenough crashes the glass off the miss from Jones, but Goodenough missed herself as she leaves her shot long off the glass. Sadie Graybo over to Bartlett. Bartlett for three. Off the rim. Rebound from Bolt and an offensive foul. Bit of a late call, but the right call nonetheless, as Bolt definitely gave Goodenough a push in the lower back. It was a bit late. Bolt had the offensive rebound, also had a chance to score, but the officials caught it, and they turned it over to Illinois Tech. Second foul of the game against Bolt. Camden Joko finds Kaya Jones on the wing. Jones driving past Catarino. Great drive from Jones. Maybe should have finished with the left hand. She tried to finish with the right and floated it off the rim. Bolt, easy bounce pass inside to Johnson. Everything was easy except the finish, apparently. Bartlett for three. Somehow the 2-foot layup was tougher than the 23-foot three as Lakeland buries the three with Bartlett. Basketball can be a funny game sometimes. Players will miss a 2-foot layup, but then they can get the offensive rebound, kick it out to Bartlett, and Bartlett cashed in from three. Goodenough face-up jumper. That's her shot, as you can see. Grace Goodenough throughout her time at Illinois Tech, whenever she gets both hands on the ball, has time to set those feet. It's almost a safe bet that ball is going up for the face-up jumper. Grace Goodenough up to 6. Catarino drives on Joko. Great mismatch recognition, but an offensive foul. I think they're going to get Catarino with the off arm, and that's what the official was saying. He's looking at head coach Ashley Lona. Ashley Lona shaking her head as to say she didn't agree with that call, but that'll turn it over to Illinois Tech. The official is saying that Catarino sort of used the ball to push Joko out of the way, and Joko, being the smaller defender, able to draw the foul. Here's Bucci to Goodenough. Nice turnaround into that face-up, but she couldn't hit that one as it hits the heel of the rim. Rebounded by Bartlett. A.T. Bartlett pushes up to Bolt, and immediately Bolt goes right to the basket and gets fouled this time after picking up the push in the back on the rebound. So Bolt was fouled by Goodenough earlier, or fouled Goodenough earlier. Now Bolt is fouled by Goodenough. That'll be 2 on Goodenough. And that'll send Hallie Bolt to the line, where Bolt will try to extend this Lakeland lead to 9. Bolt already with 10 in the game, but misses the first. Really just appears if Illinois Tech, if they could find maybe 1 or 2 plays with some energy here, you could swing momentum in this game. It appeared as if Illinois Tech had the momentum near the end of that first half. But that late foul on Bucci just before the horn expired allowed Lakeland at least put 1 free throw on the board and at least gain some confidence going into the locker room. Jones misses. Goodenough tries to get the rebound and a foul. That'll be another foul on Grace Goodenough, her third. As Bartlett went to the floor, they're going to get Grace for the over the back. Williams and Roosing in for Illinois Tech as Goodenough and Jones come off the floor here with 7:37 to go in the third. Alexis Johnson and A.T. Bartlett in the backcourt. It's Bartlett controlling the ball, guarded by Joko. Now here's Johnson. High screen right from Catarino. Johnson goes the opposite direction. Joko with the help defense to deter the shot for a moment. Johnson gets her own rebound, sort of just threw it at the basket, and Bucci got the board. Here's Roosing into the front court for Illinois Tech. Silo with space and opportunity. Cash it in for Ali Silo from downtown. We've mentioned how good Ali Silo has been throughout her Illinois Tech career from downtown. We've mentioned it all season long. There's an example as Silo buries the three. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Lakeland. I thought maybe that could have been a turnover, but not the case here, as Lakeland will inbound to the left of their offensive goal. Silo entered this game with 105 career-made threes, now 106 as she knocks that one down. 106 threes in 4 years here for Illinois Tech. Silo a 26% three-point shooter in her career. Roosing had Joko, had Silo. Instead goes to Williams. Williams backs inside. Gets her shot blocked by Catarino. Silo, another three. Off the mark. Silo tried to walk it off, but the ball rattled out. Rebounded by Bartlett. You can see Silo turning down the floor as the ball came back out of the rim. Bolt off the glass. A lot of the shots for Lakeland, they're doing the right things. They're aiming them off the glass, just not hitting them off the proper part of the square to get them to go in. Rusing to Bucci. Bucci for three. Julia Bucci from downtown. And Julia Bucci now only 5 in the game. Career points number 1295 for Julia Bucci. But her three brings Illinois Tech back within 2. Julia Bucci showing off the distance that has made her really a household name for Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawk fans. Buries her latest 3. That's career 3, number 225 for Julia Bucci. Timeout, Lakeland. Muskies lead it by 2. Illinois Tech closing in. We're going to find out the result of this one on the other side of this break on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. .42-40 our score with 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. Illinois Tech down 2, but they have the momentum as the Lakeland Muskies look to cling to this third quarter lead. Chris Rouse on the call as Illinois Tech, as I mentioned, down 2, but Julia Bucci with her latest 3 brings Illinois Tech back within a basket as they look to get a stop and try to tie or take the lead on the other end. As we mentioned prior to the break, Julia Bucci in her career, that's 225 career threes for Julia Bucci. Career total 1295 in total points accumulated. Johnson inside and a foul. Alexis Johnson falling to the floor as she shoots that one off the bottom of the rim. Coach Carissa saying out in front of me here at the table, I don't think she liked that foul too much. As they put the first foul of the afternoon on Mia Spica. Johnson at the line makes the first. We saw the energy from Alexis Johnson on display in that first half. Johnson up to 9 points in the game. What a rough shooting day for Alexis Johnson. 2 of 10 from the field. And that was her first missed free throw of the day. 4-5. Camden Joko. Guarded by Lydia Levra. Rusing over to Spica. Spica guarded by the aforementioned Alexis Johnson. Here's Baird Rusing. Good jump out by Bartlett, almost a steal. Ball goes over to Joko. Joko with a hesitation dribble froze the defender, but Joko couldn't finish after she went around Levra. Williams to beat the horn. Shot it off the rim. Second chance for Illinois Tech as Rusing flies in and the foul. Baird Rusing with the heads up play again. Gets the rebound. Charges inside, lays it up and in. Rusing has 9. Illinois Tech will have a chance to tie. The foul called on A.T. Bartlett, her second. And now Rusing has 9 in the game to lead the way for Illinois Tech. And this free throw here could tie the game with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Rusing's free throw in the air and nothing but nylon to tie us at 43. Bartlett into the front court for the Muskies. Guarded by Joko. Bartlett, nice feed, backdoor, right hand off the glass. Actually, McPhee shot it with the left hand from the right block. She missed. Shea shot it with the right hand. She also missed. Didn't matter which hand for Lakeland on that trip. They couldn't get it to go. Camden Joko. They got Rusing in the corner. Joko maybe a little late with the pass as Illinois Tech gets into their half-court set. Rusing almost the up and under and got the scoop. Baird Rusing with the bank off the glass for 2. 12 for Rusing. Illinois Tech by 2. Entry feed stolen by Spica and a foul. Hallie Williams deflected the entry pass away. Spica came out with the loose ball, and that leads to the third foul against Alexis Johnson. Johnson, the junior out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, has been giving Lakeland all sorts of energy here, but struggling these last few possessions, missed a free throw, and then a foul to pick up her third. Picked up that foul about 60 feet from the opposing goal. Joko Guarded by Graybo. Good defense. Eyes on the ball the entire way by Graybo. I can see her face is right in front of me here at the table. Williams puts the ball on the floor. You don't usually see Williams go for the corkscrew reverse layup, but she left it short. Rebounded by Lakeland. That was a good attempt from Hallie Williams. Once again, not often do you see Hallie put it on the floor, even from that spot on the block. Catarino goes into traffic. Ball recovered by Johnson. Bilbaz with a wide open three. Miriam Bilbaz from downtown. Just a situation where the ball was knocked around the floor. Everyone was scrambling on the broken play. Bilbaz was wide open. Illinois Tech couldn't find her defensively. Rusing tried to find Spica on the pocket pass. Out to Joko. Entry feed to Williams. Wide open for Hallie, but she couldn't finish. Williams left it just a bit short. Rebounded by Bilbaz. That's a tough break for Hallie Williams. That was a beautiful turn. Wide open, just couldn't finish it. McPhee works inside on Rusing. Left it off the glass. Joko really hit the ball in self-defense. She hit it to Silo. We got players down on the floor. Williams ahead of the pack. Tries to lay it up and in and does score. Meanwhile, Catarino is still down on the other end of the floor. Rusing and Joko both ran into Catarino trying to get that rebound, and that's why Catarino is still down underneath the Lakeland offensive basket. As now the Lakeland training staff, along with Yusha Gilmore here at the Illinois Tech, coming on the floor to check on Catarino. And thankfully, Jenna Catarino up to her feet, the senior out of Stanton, Michigan. Took a bit of a spill on the floor. That's how Williams was able to leak out. We had a number of bodies down in the paint under Lakeland's basket. Williams able to leak out and get the easy two. Hallie Bolt will replace Catarino. So Bolt back on the floor. And, I mean, Bolt has been the primary source of offense for Dominican in this game. I thought they had their best success when they were playing through Bolt, working her to the low block and making the smaller Illinois Tech defenders have to match up with the bigger Hallie Bolt. Lauren Johnson. Johnson, bit of a curl from the angle to the block, but no action there from Johnson after she got stopped on the block. Bilbaz almost traveled, never put it down, so she can sort of do that with the 1 foot. She didn't switch pivot foot. She didn't switch the pivot foot, so it was legal. Rusing looking for Spica, and now here's Spica out of traffic. Looking for Kaya Jones, and down low to Goodenough. Goodenough, face-up jumper, in and out for Grace Goodenough. You get the feeling that Goodenough is in there after we just saw Williams miss one point blank on the entry feed, and then Goodenough misses one point blank. Bolt, cross court, three, off the mark for Graybo. Rebounded by Spica. Spica stopped on the right block over Bilbaz. Shot it short. Rebounded by Miriam Bilbaz. Spica able to knock it away. It comes out of bounds in front of me here at the table. And good effort from Spica. We'll turn it over to Lakeland. Also, Lakeland going to get A.T. Bartlett. Bartlett's going to come back out here, along with Ariana Vate-Kevachuta. So Bartlett, so it'll be Bartlett, Vate-Kevachuta, Graybo, Johnson, and that's going to be Bolt in the corner for Lakeland. Coach Carissa Sain trying to get the discrepancy on the shot clock. The Spica was not given possession as she tried to hustle down that loose ball, so Lakeland will get 24 seconds on this possession. Ariana Vate-Kevachuta. Vate-Kevachuta with the turnaround jumper. Shot it off the glass. Rebounded by Graybo. Graybo ran it down to the corner, as did Alexis Johnson. Shot clock at 13. Johnson to the basket. Joko sort of just let Johnson go. She was trying to worry about the kick out to Bartlett. Instead, they let Johnson have an easy two. 11 for Alexis Johnson. Rusing over to Jones. Jones around the defender. Kaya tries to float one up. Hit the short part of the rim before bouncing long. Bolt right at Bucci. Nice move. Hallie Bolt. Right, left, Euro step, reverse corkscrew layup. Bolt inside has 13. Remember, Bucci has 3 fouls. Didn't want to take her fourth there. Joko. Out high, directing traffic for the Scarlet Hawks. Wanted to go to Rusing, it wasn't there. Instead, they go to good enough. Shot clock at 12 for Illinois Tech. Offense sort of stagnant away from the ball. Bucci drives inside. Bucci with the left hand. Couldn't finish. Rebounded by Ariana Vate-Kevichuta. Bartlett. Guarded by Bucci. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Nice feed. The goggles on display indeed for Bartlett. You can see her throw the goggles on after she made the assist for good reason. She rifled that one inside. Beautiful, too, for Bolt. She has 15. Rusing fouled. Rusing curled from the wing to the block. She got hit on the wrist. Some of the Lakeland faithful that made the trip here to Chicago did not like that call. But Baird Rusing will go to the line. Rusing has 12. Illinois Tech down 5 with 33 and a half seconds to go in the third quarter. Speaker in to replace Bucci here. Also good enough to the bench as Williams comes back on. Baird Rusing at the line. And Baird makes the first. Clean rainbow, clean splash. Rusing in this game now 3 for 5 at the free throw line. Rusing has 13 points. And with this free throw here, could bring Illinois Tech at least back within a 3-point field goal. Ball in the air for Rusing and in and out. Kaya Jones runs it down, guarded by Bolt, and now she's fouled. Great hustle by Kaya Jones. And what's also her final game here at the Keating Sports Center, the senior out of Memphis, Tennessee, running down the board. I mean, just giving up all sorts of size to Hallie Bolt. Able to get the board and draw the third foul on Bolt. Jenna Shea is getting set to check in. She'll wait. As now Kaya Jones has 2 points already in the game. We'll look to add another pair with these free throws. This will be a good trip for Illinois Tech. Rusing missed the free throw. But if Jones can hit these two, she's already done half the job. If she can complete both of these free throws, Illinois Tech back within 2. Jones missed it, and Rusing got the rebound. They trade roles. Knocked out of bounds. Illinois Tech will maintain possession with 27 seconds to go in the third. Wow. I just know that's got to be a coach's nightmare when it comes to defensive rebounding on free throws. You give them 2 offensive rebounds despite having the inside position, the box out, and the size. Jones and Rusing really just outworked the player they were matched up against for those respective rebounds. Jones. Floater off the glass. Illinois Tech, after all said and done, only came away with 2 points. Bartlett up the court to Shea. Shea, cross court to Graybo. Extra pass to Catarino to beat the horn off the rim. Rusing knocked it down, then knocked it away from Graybo, and that ends the third quarter. Bartlett's shot won't count, although she almost banked it in with a nice high rainbow. After 3 quarters, the Lakeland Muskies lead the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 52-49. This is the final Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball home game of the 2024-25 season. Can the Scarlet Hawks finish senior day with a victory? We'll find out on the other side of this break on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. You're watching Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics, Illinois Tech women's basketball here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. This is the home finale of the 2024-25 season for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball team. Looking to finish it with a senior day victory would be a clean sweep for Illinois Tech if they can win this game. It was an 84-66 win in game 1 of our doubleheader for the men. Illinois Tech's women's team trying to conclude things the right way with a victory. This is our final women's game, but we'll see the men at home one last time on Wednesday, 7 p.m. on Wednesday, February the 19th, when they take on the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars. Baird Rusing's entry pass to Williams is knocked away, and it'll go out of bounds to Illinois Tech. 9:53 to go in the game. Rusing the inbound. It's Rusing, Joko, Jones, Spica, and Williams, the 5 for Illinois Tech. And a foul as we got a foul against Hallie Williams. Hallie Williams is called for an offensive foul. And I don't know about that one. Williams if they called it on Williams her second, but that would mean Williams committed that foul with her back to the play as Ariana Vaitkevichuta fell to the floor with Williams really just waiting on the inbound pass. Her and Joko were actually fighting for positioning on the floor, were Vaitkevichuta and Joko. Is Lauren Johnson, guarded by Williams. Feeds inside to Vaitkevichuta, and there's a two-pointer for Ariana Vaitkevichuta. First 2 of the game for number 11 in Navy. Again, the first-year player out of Marionette Park, Illinois, representing St. Lawrence. Camden Joko. Joko over to Jones. Jones, free throw line. Thought about the shot. Left it short. Rebounded by Jenna Shea. Bartlett ahead of the pack to Vaitkevichuta. Great catch in traffic and a finish. That was just an all-around great running of the floor by Ariana Vaitkevichuta. She got right down to the rim. Great catch in traffic. Easy left-hand lay-in. 4 quick ones for Vaitkevichuta. Shea blocks Rusing, and now it's recovered by Bartlett. Coach Ashley Lona giving out the instructions for A.T. Bartlett as they get into the front court. Bartlett guarded by Spica. Ball goes over to Alexis Johnson. Shot clock at 16 as Johnson loses the ball, then falls back on it. Lauren Johnson over to Shea. Shea for 3. Long off the rim. Johnson got a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds to Illinois Tech. 8:29 to go in the game. Silo and Bucci back out there. So it'll be Williams, Joko, Rusing, along with Silo and Bucci. Silo, Bucci, and Kaya Jones, the 3 seniors for Illinois Tech's women's basketball team, would love to wrap up their final game at the Keating Center with a victory. But they have some work to do here, down 7 with 8 minutes and counting to go. Joko up to Rusing. Rusing over to Silo. Ali Silo puts it on the floor, finds Bucci. Bucci for 3. Cash it in. Julia Bucci. She has 8. Career three-pointer number 226 for Julia Bucci, who now has 1,298. 1,298 career points scored for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A.T. Bartlett, guarded by Silo. Bartlett down low to Vaitkevichuta, and Vaitkevichuta has had the touch here in the second half. Ariana Vaitkevichuta with 6. All of them have been point-blank layups. Joko to Silo for 3. Off the heel of the rim. Rebounded by Bartlett. Bartlett into the front court with a right-hand dribble guarded by Camden Joko. Bartlett doing a great job of just running clock and getting to the half-court set. Illinois Tech has not been able to stop Vaitkevichuta. Vaitkevichuta, backdoor to Shea. Taken away by Rusing. Rusing got to the ball where Ariana Vaitkevichuta had a hand on it, and Rusing able to take it away. That's twice we've seen that from Barry. Joko to Silo. Rusing. Rusing looking for Bucci. Johnson got caught gambling there, but Bucci couldn't make him pay. Williams into traffic. Had it knocked away, and then Bartlett comes up with a steal. I think Williams thought it was going to go out of bounds. She was waiting to foul or out of bounds. It never came. Missed 3 from Lakeland. Rebounded by Williams, who actually had just gotten back down the floor. Joko over to Rusing. Rusing goes right at Vaitkevichuta. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Illinois Tech. Ariana Vaitkevichuta, she's giving Lakeland some strong minutes in this fourth quarter. A quick 6 points. That's actually the difference on the scoreboard right now, as the Muskies lead it 58-52. Rusing will inbound for Illinois Tech. Goodenough also back out there for the Scarlet Hawks as Williams comes out. Rusing was looking for Goodenough, and the ball knocked out of bounds off the foot of Goodenough, so it will go to Lakeland. 6:31 remaining in the game. Bartlett gets the inbound pass from Graybo in the backcourt. Bartlett across the timeline here at 6:24 to go in the game. Gives it over to Hallie Bolt. Bolt leads all scorers with 15. Bolt to the basket. Couldn't get 16 and 17 there. Asillo comes up with the defensive rebound. Here's Camden Joko. Joko to Bucci. Bucci for three. Cash it in! Julia Bucci from downtown. Her 227th career three. She now has 1,301 career points for Illinois Tech. A.T. Bartlett. Bartlett, three over Sillo. That looked good out the hand. It was pure from A.T. Bartlett. The rainbow was clean off the step back. Rusing over to Bucci. They left her open again, but Bucci this time decides to be patient with Lever closing out. Rusing, her shot on the floor. Couldn't finish. Goodenough had it partially blocked by Bartlett. Great effort from A.T. Bartlett. She got a hand on the first shot from Goodenough, which is why it was short, and then she knocked it away, which will force Illinois Tech to inbound. Illinois Tech will inbound with 5:28 to go in the fourth. And Goodenough's pass for Rusing stolen away. Stolen away that time by Sadie Grabo. Hallie Bolt, realizing she's not a primary ball handler, just wheels out of traffic to find a free space on the floor. Levra passes over to Grabo. That's blocked from behind. Recovered by Illinois Tech. It's a held ball, but it will favor Illinois Tech. Coach Carissa Sane telling her team we have to be stronger with the ball. She thought maybe that should have been a foul. But I'm assuming the officials are saying because Bucci really didn't have strong possession. It's kind of hard to say that that's a held ball. I'm sorry, it's hard to say that it's a foul. So it deferred to being a held ball there with both players trying to gain possession. Camden Joko coming across the timeline. As I was saying that, Ariana Vaitkevichuta came back to the table. She's having a strong fourth quarter for Lakeland with 6 points, and then an unforced turnover for Illinois Tech as Sillo couldn't handle the pass and then dribbled it on the line, the out-of-bounds line. Grabo out, Vaitkevichuta back in. Miriam Bilbaz into the front court. As Lakeland's starting to go to their reserves here to try to put this one away. Go with those fresh legs. Here is Alexis Johnson. Johnson to the basket. Curls inside with the left hand lay in for two. Alexis Johnson has 13 in the game. Lakeland by 8. Rusing to Bucci. Bucci for three. Julia Bucci has found her rhythm late. She's had the torch throughout her career and continues to add to her three-point total. 228 career threes made for Bucci. Johnson to the basket. Missed it long. Rusing gets the board. Illinois Tech a chance to push up the floor. Rusing up the court has Sillo on the opposite corner. Sillo for three over Johnson. Off the rim. Bucci with the offensive rebound. Feeds Goodenough down low. Heads up play by Bucci. She's proven she can do it with the shot. She does it with the goggles there. 8 for Goodenough after the rebound and dime from Bucci. Bilbaz to Bolt. Bolt on Sillo and the foul. That was just a strong play by Hallie Bolt. Hallie Bolt has 17 in the game, and that's where she's been operating the majority of the afternoon. In the first quarter, Bolt jumped out to a quick 8 points, really just taking the ball down low, taking advantage of her size. And when Lakeland needed a bucket, they went to Old Reliable, gave it to Bolt, and she scored and drew the foul. First foul on Sillo. Bolt hits the free throw. 66-60. Lakeland with the lead here with 3:53 and counting. Illinois Tech has been getting into their offense very quick. And there's a turnover as Rusing was looking for Joko. Coach Carissa Sane visibly upset at the sideline after that turnover. And Bolt to the rim for two. Bolt up to 20. The only player with 20 is Hallie Bolt. Joko into the front court. Gives it over to Rusing. Illinois Tech, they had the momentum, but could those legs be getting tired down the stretch? Spica to Joko for three. Off the rim. Rusing couldn't handle the rebound, and Alexis Johnson runs it down to the corner with 3:15 and counting to go. Johnson looking at Coach Ashley Lona as she runs into the corner to set the play. Pass to Bartlett about 2 feet from the timeline as Bartlett has time to secure possession. Bartlett, lob to Bolt. Knocked away by Goodenough off of Bolt. And actually, the inline official said it should have been Illinois Tech ball. The sideline official comes in. We have a conference, and he overturns it to Lakeland. Tough break for Illinois Tech. It appeared Goodenough knocked it off Bolt, but at the officials conference, they say otherwise and give it to Lakeland. Johnson to Johnson. Right hand layup, easy. Alexis Johnson finds Lauren Johnson. Alexis from Sheboygan, Lauren from Kenosha. Regardless, they connect for the two. Rusing at the free throw line for Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks down 10. They had gotten it down to 2, and it's been a number of turnovers for Illinois Tech. And Coach Ashley Lona will take a timeout. Lakeland has a 10-point advantage. Coach Ashley Lona wants to talk about it to see if she can get her team to help secure this victory. 2:41 remaining in the game. Can Illinois Tech rally back for one last home win? We'll find out on the other side of this break on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago. Right now the Scarlet Hawks trailing by 10 in the final home game of the 2024-25 women's basketball season. While we have a moment, I'd like to say thank you to all of our Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics viewers and all of our fans that have joined us for women's basketball all season long here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. On behalf of all of our staff and all of the members of the broadcast team, and on behalf of Eric Willowhite, Jamie Spinego, and myself, Chris Rouse, we'd like to say thank you for joining us all season for Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball. And, of course, we have one last men's game Wednesday, February the 19th at 7 p.m. when the Scarlet Hawks take on the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars. A.T. Bartlett in possession of the ball right now for the Lakeland Muskies as they lead it by 10 with 2:28 and counting to go in the game. Alexis Johnson stops at the free throw line. Over to A.T. Bartlett. Bartlett guarded by Joko. You can see Lakeland content to just run clock. Joko almost had a steal. Spica does have the steal here. Illinois Tech has to go. Spica looking for Joko. Stolen back by Graybo. That's really been the story of these last maybe 5 minutes of game action for Illinois Tech. Bucci was hitting the threes to get him close, but since then the turnovers have hurt Illinois Tech. A.T. Bartlett. Bartlett goes to the basket. Then she just whipped a pass out of traffic and whipped it to the Lakeland bench for a turnover. 110 seconds remaining in the game as Grace Goodenough will inbound. Goodenough into Joko. And now Illinois Tech walking the ball up the floor here as we approach the final 100 seconds of game action on this Saturday. Baird Rusing. Rusing to Bucci. Illinois Tech really just trying to find Bucci for good reason. She's got the hot hand. Bucci looking for Joko. Stolen by Bartlett briefly. Joko's got an open shot, or Bucci's got the open shot. Bucci for three was off, out of the hand. Rebounded by Spica briefly. Bartlett then came up with it, but a traveling violation. I thought Alexis Johnson, she showed her basketball IQ. She was trying to jump up and down and burn the timeout for Lakeland. Unfortunately for the Muskies, the travel was called first, and it will go to Illinois Tech. Lauren Johnson will come back into the game. She'll replace Bolt. Meanwhile, Carissa Sane will burn the timeout. So it'll be a 30-second timeout called by Carissa Sane in the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech 8-14 on the season right now, 4-9 in conference play. And with this loss, likely going to watch their dreams of making the NEC Women's Conference Tournament come to an end this season. But what a season it has been for Illinois Tech. I think Carissa Sane, who's been no doubt she's been a great coach going back to her days at the University of Chicago, back when she used to coach that team to perennial NCAA Division III tournament appearances back in the days of Mia Farrow, Ola Obi, Miranda Burt, and Taylor Lake, Claire Steffens up at UChicago, but still trying to turn it around for Illinois Tech. But she's done a great job coaching younger players like Mia Spica and Hallie Williams, also working with some of these veterans in Bucci, Sillo, Goodenough, Rusing. And, of course, for Kaya Jones, Julia Bucci, and Ali Sillo, this all their final time playing at the Keating Center for Coach Carissa Sane. But they've certainly been giving it their all every step of the way as members of this basketball program, especially Julia Bucci. We talk about her hitting over 225 threes in her career, 1,300 career points. Here's Baird Rusing. Rusing loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds off of Lakeland. 1:06 to go here. Meanwhile, the Lakeland Muskies, if they win this, they will go to 11-12 on the season, 8-6 in conference play. And that pretty much would seal it for Lakeland, that they likely will be the 8th and final team in the NAC Women's Conference Tournament. Still a number of games to be played out in the string, but the percentage points favor Lakeland at this point. Johnson hits the floor, and now Rusing comes up with the loose ball. Camden Joko into the front court. Over to Goodenough. Joko for three. Couldn't hit it. Ball run down by the Muskies. As now Lauren Johnson has it in the front court. You can see Lakeland just running in the front court. Julia Bucci will take the foul. As Coach Carissa Sane calling for the foul here. And with this being senior day, let's see if Coach Sane goes for the subs here with 32.6 to go. The players will remain in for Illinois Tech here with 32.6 as Bartlett inbounds. Bartlett to Grayboe, and back to Bartlett, and now Grayboe picked up by Rusing, and Rusing fouls. Coach Carissa Sane with instructions for her team to foul right away here. The shot clock is still on with 20 seconds. Remember, 24 seconds to go in the game, 20 on the shot clock with Lakeland in the front court here. Lauren Johnson to trigger the inbound. She gets it to Bartlett. Joko tries to foul. Joko tries to foul, and she finally gets the foul on A.T. Bartlett out near half court. So that foul on Joko will be her second. It'll send Bartlett to the line. Bartlett has 8 points in the game, and A.T. Bartlett hits the first. Coach Carissa Sane saying that she wants to try to get a timeout after these free throws for Bartlett. And now Bartlett with 9 in the game. Misses the free throw. Goodenough gets the board and the timeout with 20.5 to go in the game. Illinois Tech coach Carissa Sane, she's going to send Ali Sillo and Kaya Jones to the table. So that's going to be to get the seniors in here for the final 20 and a half seconds of this game. Unfortunately, a disappointing result on the way for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball team in their final home game of the season. But a great effort in the fourth quarter. However, it was the performance of Ariana Vaitkevichuta. I have to be honest, only 6 points here in the game, all in the fourth quarter. But those 6 were helpful as Lakeland got just enough breathing room to pull away from Illinois Tech. And it looks like they will go on to get their 11th win of this season. One last promotion of our final men's basketball home game, which will occur Wednesday, February the 19th, when the men's basketball team takes on Concordia University of Chicago. The Cougars make the trip to the Keating Center. Wednesday at 7 p.m., we'll have that for you on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. For the women's basketball team, they will actually go to River Forest to take on Concordia on Wednesday. That will be at 7 p.m., and then their season finale will be next Saturday against the Alverno Inferno. Both of those games on the road for the women's basketball team, as they'll take on Concordia, Chicago, and Alverno, really for positioning in those final spots in the conference. Illinois Tech currently in 9th place. Concordia and Alverno still in that mixed in the bottom 4 teams in the conference. Rusing into Kaya Jones. Jones to Sillo. Sillo for 3. Off the rim. Rusing on the board and a foul. Offensive rebound for Baird Rusing. Rusing has 13 points in the game, and now she'll go to the line. Mia Speaker will come in and replace Kaya Jones, as Kaya Jones, for the final time in her Illinois Tech basketball career, will come off the court, as will Allie Sillo. Julia Bucci will actually stay in the game as Jones and Sillo wrap up their Keating Sports Center careers here, with Rusing missing the first. 71-60 Lakeland with 14.7 to go in the game. Rusing with 13, now 14. Rusing up to 3 of 6 at the line. We're at now 4 of 8 at the line following those 2 free throws. And now Rusing fouls for her third. And I thought Sillo and Jones were going to come off for the final time. They actually will come in here with Spica and Marino coming off the floor here. So I think at this point, Coach Carissa saying is going to get these seniors, going to let the seniors play out these final 13 seconds at the Keating Center. I thought that was going to be it for Sillo and Jones. But now A.T. Bartlett misses the first. So A.T. Bartlett, who has only 9 in the game, will look to get to 10 here, is unable to do so. Kaya Jones with the rebound and another Scarlet Hawk timeout. So Illinois Tech will advance it into the front court for another 30-second timeout. And it's going to be a disappointing finish for the women's basketball team today at the hands of the Lakeland Muskies. They trail by 10 here with 13.2 to go in the game. In men's action, it was an 84-66 win for the Scarlet Hawks men's basketball team over the Lakeland Muskies. But Coach Carissa saying, always with class, trying to send her seniors out properly here, maybe trying to get someone one last shot. I'm not sure, as the huddle takes place just to my right here, as the final 30-second timeout has been called. The final game here at the Keating Center for Kaya Jones, Julia Bucci, and Allie Sillo, all 3 of those seniors in the game for Illinois Tech, while Barrett Rusing gets set to trigger the inbound. Rusing, Jones, Sillo, Joko, and Bucci. It comes in to Kaya Jones. Jones was looking for Bucci. Pass stolen away by the Lakeland Muskies. Bucci fouls Graybo in the backcourt. And that's it for Julia Bucci. So in her final game at the Keating Sports Center, Julia Bucci will foul out. She's hit 228 career threes. She has 1,304 career points for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. And Julia Bucci, in her final game here at the Keating Center, will foul out with a smile on her face, but that will do it for one of the best shooters and best scorers in the history of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball history, as Julia Bucci comes off the floor for the final time at the Keating Center with 7.5 seconds. Mia Spica into the ball game here as we get these final 2 free throws, and the first one is missed by Graybo. Coach Sane is saying she's going to get one last time out here with 7.5 seconds to go. Really just a formality at this point, as the score really just a formality at this point. As Coach Carissa saying, really just trying to send her seniors off the right way here, with Lakeland up late in this one. Illinois Tech had a chance here in the fourth quarter. They rallied back. We saw Bucci hit a few threes to get Illinois Tech within a bucket, but it was just a play from Hallie Bolt where she worked the ball into the paint. Also drew a foul on Allie Sillo. And that was really the play that helped Lakeland get to what I would like to call the pull-off point, where they had enough breathing room where they were able to get Illinois Tech beyond arms. They were able to get Illinois Tech beyond arm's length and run away with this game. Coach Carissa Sane, ever the coach, still drawing up plays for her team here. Mentioned Julia Bucci. She fouled out of the game. She finishes with 14 points on 5 of 11 shooting, went 4 of 8 from 3. She had 4 rebounds and 2 assists. That in 31 minutes played in her final home game at the Keating Sports Center for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. The 5 for Lakeland, they're already out on the floor. Lydia Levra, Lauren, and Alexis Johnson are both out there. Sadie Graybo is on the floor, as is A.T. Bartlett. It'll be Barrett Rusing, Camden Joko, Allie Sillo, Mia Bella Spica, and Kaya Jones, the final 5 here for Illinois Tech with 7.5 seconds to go. Rusing into Jones. Jones drives the baseline, lays it up with the left hand. Couldn't finish. knocked out of bounds by Rusing to Lakeland with 3 seconds to go in the game. Actually, this is going to be a foul on Rusing, so it's not out of bounds. It's a foul. So that'll be 4 on Barrett Rusing with 3 seconds to go. Abigail Marino and Olivia Aikita getting set to check in for Illinois Tech. And they're going to come in for Ali Sillo and Kaya Jones, the other 2 remaining seniors who will make their final exit from the Keating Sports Center floor, representing the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A great trio of players have played their final game here at the Keating Center, where it appears that Lakeland will get the win, but you cannot underestimate the importance and the effort that these 3 women have put on the floor for Illinois Tech throughout the years. Bartlett misses the free throw. Rebounded by Rusing. Rusing lets it fly. It counts if it goes. It doesn't go, and that will be the final score, with the Lakeland Muskies defeating the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks by the score of 73-61. It's been a fun senior day inside the Keating Sports Center. The men's basketball team with an 84-66 win, but unfortunately the women's team ends up on the losing end with a final score of 73-61. The final time that we've seen Kaya Jones, Julia Bucci, and Ali Sillo in the home white uniforms with the red numbers and black trim for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Bucci and Rusing both finished with 14. Sillo finishes with 3. Kaya Jones also finished with 3 in the game. Hallie Bolt led the way with 20 for the Lakeland Muskies, as with their win, they go to 11-12 and put a strong lock on that 8th and final spot in the NAC Women's Conference Tournament. Lakeland goes to 8-6 in conference play, and once again, the 20 from Bolt led the way. They also got 13 out of Alexis Johnson, 10 from A.T. Bartlett. Meanwhile, Bucci and Rusing 14 apiece, 10 from Hallie Williams. Not enough for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks to get the win. So for the final time this season, this has been Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. We'd like to thank you for joining us all season. But remember, you can join us Wednesday for men's basketball when the men's basketball team takes on the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars right here from the Keating Sports Center on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. For all of our crew and all of our staff inside the Keating Center, for Jamie Spinego, Eric Willowhite, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. So long and happy Saturday from Chicago.